He killed people. He told the police about it. He sent them puzzles. He gave himself a name. And then he disappeared. No arrest, no conviction, no face. To this day, nobody knows who he is.
This is Case Closed Podcast. And today's case is anything but closed.
Welcome to Case Closed, the podcast where we open the cases the world hasn't forgotten and ask the questions that still don't have answers. I'm host Adam.
And I'm Cora. Today we're going back to one of the most disturbing, most studied, most talked about serial killer cases in history. The Zodiac Killer. Late 1960s, California, United States. A man who murdered at least 5 confirmed people, possibly many more, and spent years mocking the police, the press, and the entire country while doing it.
And was never caught. Let that sit for a moment. This man committed confirmed murders, sent letters to newspapers bragging about it, included encrypted ciphers only he could decode, and walked free. Forever.
That's what makes this case so terrifying. It's not just about death. It's about someone who wanted the world to watch. And got exactly what he wanted.
Let's go to the beginning. December 20th, 1968. A quiet lake outside Vallejo, California. 2 teenagers, David Faraday, 17, and Betty Lou Jensen, 16, are parked at a lover's lane. It's their first date. They never make it home.
They were shot in their car. No robbery. No signs of struggle. Whoever did this walked up, pulled the trigger, and left. Clinical. Deliberate. Police had nothing.
7 months later, July 4th, 1969, the same area. Another couple, Darlene Ferrin, 22, and Mike Mago, 19, parked at Blue Rock Springs Park. A man approaches their car, shines a flashlight in their eyes, and opens fire. Darlene dies. Mike somehow survives, shot multiple times, left for dead.
And here's where it gets deeply unsettling. About an hour after that shooting, a man calls the Vallejo Police Department. From a payphone. He calmly tells the operator, and I want you to imagine this, he tells her that he just committed a murder, gives the exact location, and references the December killings too. Then he hangs up.
He called the police to report himself. That is not the behavior of someone who is afraid. That is someone performing.
And the performance was just getting started. 1 month later, August 1969, 3 letters arrive simultaneously at 3 different newspapers in the Bay Area. The San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. Each letter contains details of the murders that only the killer could know. And each letter contains 1/3 of an encrypted cipher, 408 symbols, that the writer claims reveals his identity.
He demanded the newspapers print the ciphers on their front pages, or he would go on a killing spree, quote, rampage, over the weekend. They printed them.
A school teacher and his wife cracked the cipher within a week. The message didn't reveal his name. Instead it read, and this is chilling, I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all.
He signed the letter with a crosshair symbol, a circle with a cross through it, and that is when he gave himself his name, the Zodiac.
What followed was one of the strangest, most disturbing correspondences in criminal history. Over the next several years, the Zodiac sent over 30 letters to newspapers and police. Some contained bomb threats. Some contained pieces of his victims' clothing as proof. Some were just taunts.
He kept count. In his letters, he claimed his victim count was rising. He put numbers on it. 17 dead, then 37 dead. Investigators could only confirm 5. But nobody truly knows. Some researchers believe the real number is much higher.
He also sent a letter directly to the lawyer of a suspect police were looking at. In it, he told the lawyer his client was innocent. He wanted credit. He didn't want someone else taking the blame for his work.
Think about the psychology of that. He's not hiding. He's not scared. He is managing his own narrative. He wanted to be the most dangerous thing in the room, even if the room was the entire state of California.
One of his ciphers, sent in 1969, wasn't cracked until 2020. 51 years later. And even then it gave no name. It just read, I hope you are having lots of fun trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise.
Paradise. He believed he was collecting slaves for the afterlife. That killing gave him power beyond death. This wasn't just a murderer. This was someone operating on a completely different plane of reality.
Police have investigated hundreds of suspects over the decades. 3 stand out. Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who lived near the crime scenes, owned a Zodiac brand watch, and matched the physical description given by survivor Mike Mago. He was investigated for years.
But his DNA didn't match samples found on the killer's letters. His handwriting didn't match. He died in 1992, never charged.
Then there's Lawrence Kane, linked to the case through circumstantial evidence and proximity. And Gary Francis Post, named by a cold case team called the Casebreakers in 2021. They claimed to crack one of the remaining ciphers and found his name hidden inside. The FBI reviewed it and said, not conclusive.
So as of today, 2026, the Zodiac Killer case remains officially open and unsolved. No confirmed identity, no arrest, no justice to the victims.
What gets me about this case, every single time, is the letters. Most killers hide. They destroy evidence. They run. The Zodiac ran towards the spotlight. He wanted to be known. He just didn't want to be caught. And somehow, impossibly, he achieved both.
For me, it's the survivors. Mike Mago, shot multiple times, left for dead. He survived. He lived for decades with the face of that man burned into his memory. And still, nobody believed his identification enough to make an arrest. That's a different kind of haunting.
The Zodiac case reminds us that evil doesn't always get what it deserves. Sometimes it just disappears. And that's the part that should keep all of us awake.
Case reviewed. Case discussed. But this one is far from closed. If you know something, the FBI tip line is still active to this day.
That's it for episode 1 of Case Closed podcast. Thank you for listening. If this case shook you, good. It should. Subscribe so you don't miss what we open next week.
Drop a comment. Who do you think the Zodiac was? We want to hear your theories. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, every case is a truth. We're just here to find it. Case closed.